So let's begin with the meditation. If you're comfortable closing your eyes, go ahead and do that. And we begin with the senses. So we begin by paying attention to our breath. Again, the breath that God gives us, the breath of life. You might notice intentionally about 5 inhales and 5 exhales, accompanying those with your word if you'd like, silently. Just continue to repeat that word in your mind. If things come up in your mind right now, and see if you can stay with sensation of your body for a little bit. So we stop, we take a breath, and we observe, and we begin with our body. Notice how your body's feeling. Notice if you feel tension or if you feel comfortable. We can scan, beginning with our facial muscles. Notice tension around eyes or jaw. Relax, relax your muscles. Scanning down and noticing your neck and shoulders, you may notice pain, or it might just be neutral. Reminding ourselves there's no good or bad. Sometimes there's pain. Sometimes it's neutral, sometimes it's comfortable. We might not like it, but it is what it is in the present. Scanning down your arms, all the way to your hands and fingers. How's your body feeling? Down your back, all the way down to your tailbone. Shifting in your chair if you feel a need to. Noticing your weight on the chair. And scanning down your legs all the way to your toes, your feet. You might even think of a way to kind of tell yourself if you noticed a pain, you can say to yourself, it's unpleasant. If you notice comfort, it's pleasant. And just bring your attention again back to your breath. Allow that word to occupy your mind if you find that useful. If you hear a sound, you might again repeat to yourself, it's pleasant or it's unpleasant. As you hear another sound, you might note a reaction, pleasant or unpleasant. Or perhaps just neutral. We've observed our body in space as we notice sounds. You don't have to, but if you're willing, you might, as your mind wanders or a thought pops into your head, you might observe the thought just like you observed a sound or maybe a pain in your body somewhere and just say, it's unpleasant or it's pleasant. Just noticing the thought, the character of the thought. It's a challenge to notice a thought and even say, what am I thinking? What am I believing? Almost as if you're watching a movie without getting caught in the middle of it. Some of our thoughts are more positive, some are more negative. Just observing that. And if you find yourself caught, just come back to your breath gently, come back to your word. And we can even observe emotions in the same way that we observe thoughts or sounds or sensations. So I think of this as head, body, and heart. What are you feeling? If one arises, you don't need to go looking, don't go searching. There might be some mild irritation or some sense of joy. Again, just the character, the type, the pleasant or unpleasant. Always when you notice that you're distracted, caught, always returning to your breath, to that safe word. Just as a kind of experience before we end, I'm going to invite you to this time actually go looking for one thing. Just as an experiment of this, stop, take a breath, and then observing. See if you can bring to mind something that brings you joy. It may already have been there. That might have been what you were noticing. But what brings you joy? And once that's in your mind, you might even really put a word on that. Is it joy? Is it love? Is it, what is it that it's bringing to you? And what is it that it elicits? Do you feel anything when you think about that? Do you notice any shift in your emotion? And what is it? Is it excitement? Is it warmth? What do you feel when you're thinking about something that brings you joy? Observing head and heart, let's observe body. Notice as you're thinking of something that brings you joy, as you're experiencing perhaps a touch of emotion about that. Again, if you're not, don't worry, there's nothing right or wrong about this. Notice if there's any shift in your body. Do that body scan yourself again. What do you notice in your body as you have this thought and this emotion about something that brings you joy? Observing your head, your heart, your body. And then let's take a few more breaths and open your eyes when you're ready.